Okay, let's see. Hello, everybody out there. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you're having a great. How long can we pull this New Year meme thing? Should I keep saying good second day of 2018? I don't think so. I think it can just be a Tuesday. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Tuesday. Hope you're getting back to normal. I know a bunch of you guys have been are going back to your normal homes and away from your families, which can suck, but not too bad since now you can finally have sex without your parents being around, which of course is totally something that everybody here does. Sex, me too. So yes. Anyways. If you remember from yesterday, in the case we were having, well, we made a couple of new discoveries, really. We went to the location of the president's kidnapping from 12 years ago, where also the, I think, fiance, or at least like partner of Jill Crane, the woman who was murdered in the previous case. Well, apparently he was murdered too, 12 years ago. And it's all got to do with that. Now, we went to the scene of the crime. We discovered a bunch of things. I think the biggest and most important one was that apparently, President Wong is actually John Marsh's dad. And even bigger, at least for me, that Justine Courtney isn't actually, well, she's not John's biological mom, which means that she adopted him at the age of 12, which is still pretty weird, but it's not as weird as, you know, impregnating a 12-year-old and her having the child and raising him. So yeah, we made those discoveries. We also looked around. We found a bunch of stuff about, I don't have a diagram of the crime scene here, but basically we discovered that there was a lot of manipulation done to the crime scene before and after the detectives discovered it. So we know for example, that this photo of the crime taking place was fabricated. Well, it was like staged and wasn't actually taking place. And we also know that except of Cameron, we also found the child's drawing. Apparently there was oh, howdy Mario. I'm just doing a quick recap of yesterday for anyone who wasn't around or paying attention maybe. So yeah, we also have this painting, which is really important. We have a lot of stuff going on around here. Which we're gonna address pretty soon, I think. The time, the president, the doll, the murderer, and his dog, which might be familiar to you guys. Pretty decent. Yeah, it's not too bad. I was saying yesterday that I wouldn't be surprised if Loris suddenly popped out and would be like his first work 12 years ago or something. To be fair, it's way better than I can draw too. Let me look at this again. Yep, to be fair, this is much better than what I can do also. So I'm really hoping there's going to be a Loris cameo on this, but I kind of doubt it. So yeah, I think we went over everything. Oh, the very last thing we did in the previous stream yesterday was that we figured out we're totally cooperating with Lang now. He's totally on our side and we're on his. And we're going through like what we thought happened in the crime scene. And one thing that popped up is that there was some blood here. There's a mysterious blood stain that did not belong to the victim in the murder. So, what we think, as Edgy is about to tell us all, if the eyewitness, Cameron, had not been there, no murder would have taken place. Is that really the case?
The criminal's goal was only to kidnap the president. If there were no witnesses, there would have been no need to commit murder, right?
What if Cameron wasn't the only one who was murdered? There was a large bloodstain near the flower beds. However, Cameron was murdered near the snowman. Ergo, this bloodstain could not have belonged to Cameron. Someone else's blood was spilled. Quite a vast amount at that.
Not so fast! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Do you have any idea what you're saying?
I do. It's hard to believe, however, that is what the evidence indicates. Oh, sorry. It's hard to believe, however, that is what the evidence indicates. On that night, 12 years ago, there were 2 murders.
Are you saying that the other murder was covered up? Who? Just who the heck could have been killed?
A murder that was cleverly concealed. All traces of it were erased. And the incident itself was completely deleted from the case files. To be fair, it's kind of gruesome. I don't know if the game will go over there, but it seems most likely to me that it was actually the kid. The kid that drew this. They probably saw him and then murdered him. Oh no, but then when would he paint that? When would he draw that? That's a good question, actually. But I was gonna say that, like, you know, an orphan would make sense because Patricia Rowland owned the institution. She could delete all records of him. There wouldn't be, like, you know, any parents or family probably that would be looking for him. And that's it. So that would be fair. So maybe it was a different orphan. We'll find out. However, there's one thing. One piece of evidence that still remains intact after 12 years. This piece of evidence shows that something happened that night. I'm pretty sure he's also talking about the drawing. Well, yeah, this is the only actual physical evidence that we have today. All the other stuff we have from... Yeah, all the other stuff we have from Little Thief. But the child's drawing is the only one that we actually have physically in our possession, so I'm gonna go with that. Take that! The other murder incident was buried in the dark by Blaze the Best. However, there is still one piece of evidence that remains. Agent Lang, it survived by your father's hands.
My old man, you say?
Please recall. There was one more thing that was hidden along the traces of the murder, with the traces of the murder. And that is the existence of the boy who caused the fire. Why did Blaze make the boy disappear? Oh right, they said that he disappeared actually 2 weeks or something after that. So, but he wasn't murdered that night. So he did disappear and probably murdered, but he... he couldn't have been murdered that very same night. Why did Blaze make the boy disappear? It's because he saw something that he wasn't supposed to see.
What was the thing he wasn't supposed to see?
Everything is drawn in this picture. Luckily, yeah.
The drawing my old man had.
The person drawn on the right is most likely the president. Yeah, those are definitely the president's eyes and nose. I can tell from far away. The Mozilla doll is also drawn near him. And the person standing opposite to him is... Do we actually have him here? We should, because there was a report that he escaped, but... Yep, here he is. Hey, Nestor! So glad you can make it! It's great to have you here. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. So yes, that person has got to be Saran Dogan. It would make so much sense. Because we know that apparently he buried something in the flower beds. We think it might be the ransom money. And we also know that Patricia is deathly afraid of him, and she was in on the murder here. So it sounds like they were partners and things went south or something. Yeah, the white eyes. I actually really like Dogan's characteristic. Like him as a character, I really like. Take that! I don't quite remember the voice I give him though, so I'm not sure if he's gonna pop up eventually, but... A man with a knife and a large black dog. He is none other than Saran Dogan.
What? The assassin?
Why would an assassin appear before a president? The answer is clear. Oh shit, maybe I was right. Indeed. What occurred that night on the orphanage grounds 12 years ago was not a kidnapping. It was a presidential assassination.
How?
Then Mr. Roland and Mr. Blaze were...
Yes, the two were likely partners in crime. So wait, were those three actually working together, or was Saran working independently and just took advantage of the situation to murder the president? It does add up though, because I was saying, if you remember, I was saying in the past streams that I thought that maybe the president that we saw and met wasn't the president from 12 years ago. The first thing that clued me in was when Lang said that after the incident, the president completely changed as if he was a different person, which is really, like, you know, on the nose. But still, the fact that it was such a big change made me think of that. And then I remembered that we actually figured out that the president, in the first case, we saw that he wasn't like that his whole persona, his whole like big, charismatic, tough guy persona is completely fake. So that would just add more to the fact that like he might be a fake president altogether and not just faking his charismatic persona. One furnished the orphanage to use it as the scene of the incident, and the other covered up the young boy's testimony. It's likely that Mr. Cameron was murdered because he witnessed the assassination itself. After all, the kidnapping never actually happened.
Not so fast. Stop messing around. You're saying that the president was assassinated 12 years ago? We just found his body today. He's been alive up until now.
That's right. I mean, we met him ourselves.
The president was assassinated 12 years ago, and the president's body was found today. That would imply there were two presidents.
Yeah, that can be right.
Are you sure about that? There is the possibility that there were two presidents. That's right. Up until now, I've been getting a strange feeling from the president. Two presidents. Oh, by the way, Nestor, I installed that Chrome extension you suggested. What is it called? Twitch TV emotes, I think. So yeah, you should be able to observe and appreciate all of your memery from now on, hopefully. Yep, definitely seeing that too. Hey, I couldn't see Pepe Please though. I wonder why not. I can't see the GIF though. I wonder why I still can't see Pepe Please. Huh.
Even so, I still respect the man. Zhengfa is a small country, but he carried the nation with his strength.
So you need to allow them, I think. I thought I did. I'll check the settings later because I thought I enabled all of the emotes. Because I can see like the Twitch, the better TTV emotes. But I'll recheck. I'll recheck just to be sure. The image of President Wong that Agent Lang described.
You are wrong.
He revealed his true form. Differs far too greatly from the President Wong we knew. It's as if they were two entirely different people. If there were, in fact, two Zhengfa presidents, exactly how would such a scenario be possible? What would make the existence of the two presidents possible? The president has a twin brother, one of them was a body double, the victim looked like the president. Probably I'd say body double, because they would definitely know if the president had a twin brother. People would definitely know about that. But body double, I think in one of the previous, and maybe even in the first case, they said that the president used to employ body doubles, but not anymore, or something like that. So I'm going for this one. If we were to assume that one of them was a body double, would it be possible then?
A body double.
President Wang possessed immense power and authority in Zhengfa. Sorry, just had to cough for a bit, so I muted. I'm sure there were those who envied his position and made attempts on his life. Yes, just as he was attacked a few days ago at Gold Lake.
Not so fast.
Oh right, and now I remember that. Well, it wasn't Saran. It was the killer that came. The killer probably didn't know that it was a fake, but he realized while we were investigating, he suddenly like went away. If you remember, he just said, "Oh, okay, I get what's going on now. I'm just gonna leave," and we were still in the dark. So this is what he realized. He realized that he doesn't need to kill this guy because it's not the president. So his contract is either nullified or fulfilled, however you want to check it out. However you want to, like, look at it. I need to find the truth. Yep, exactly.
It's true. There were those who sought Wang's life from time to time. But I can't easily believe...
Sorry.
I can't easily believe there were two presidents. At least, not without any evidence.
I have evidence that proves there were two presidents. Let's see. I was thinking maybe something about this. But he looks exactly... I didn't say like anything that should be different here. Do we have anything like that? Mysterious blood stain. Victim's shoes that didn't belong to Cameron. Part of the internet, child sprinkles the fire. Bloodstained button. A fake photo. Cameron's testimony. I said, Mario, I learned from my mistakes, and from now on, when I'm stumped like this, I'm gonna look over everything in my evidence and not just skim through it. So, hello jailer, you're asleep already in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Wang is here, of all places. What's more, crap, the light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. I can't believe it, but it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. It doesn't really show the possibility of two presidents. Actually, it makes to me more sense if it would be one of the first things, I think. Letter from unknown. Could be something about this. Thank you so much for helping me with my plan. I'm glad we can help each other get what we want. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Please get revenge for 12 years ago. Nope, nothing about a president. Grand Tower, crime scene. Page 58. Do we know anything else about... Hold on. Oh, I can't see profiles, actually. I wanted to see if there was inconsistency between the profiles and the evidence. Okay, time of death, contusions and bone fractures found across the body, resulting from tremendous pressure. Gunpowder residue was found on his right hand. The yellow stain on his suit is pulling. This also explains why he acted so aloof and indifferent when he met John, and didn't tell him that he was his dad or anything, because he probably didn't even know, and certainly didn't have any, emotional attachment to the kid. Could the horn be a hint? No, I doubt it. It's probably just a... I don't know. But could it have been a hint left by someone? It might be referring the missing horn of the Mozilla doll. Anyhow, so there's the first new movie in 12 years. Combination lock. Mozilla's head. Mozilla doll. The one for the president. Commemorative photo. We can't see... No, president isn't here. Also his footprints. The concrete is broken, the ground beneath him is exposed. This blaze dig up the ransom money. Security camera photo. Oh, wait. The fact that the president was never seen coming... No, I don't think that's it. Still don't have an explanation for that, but I don't think that that's that. His testimony, the president never passed through the 51st floor storeroom. Blue truck, driver wasn't inside. John's practice video, John practicing by himself. Monster's footprints can be seen. Nothing about the president. Well, actually, we know that the president was in the back there when we analyzed the video, but I don't think that's relevant here. mechanic's gloves worn by Blaze the Best. IS-7. I don't think this has anything to do with the president. Yeah, it's just about Blaze the Best. Report on Nightly. Connection with Dogen. No, still nothing about the president. Nightly's memoirs. A ring and a chessboard. I don't think so. Bug. Cole's tape recorder. That's for later. A bouquet of lion lilies Judge Courtney gave to the president, found on the top of the body by John. That's a very pretty bouquet, but sleeping drugs. He's not K and John. This is 5. President of Zhengfa, Dijon Wang, was kidnapped on February 10, 12 years ago. The kidnapper demanded the ransom of $100 million. Dalong Lan confirmed that on the evening of the incident, the president was at the Zhengfa embassy until midnight. Now that can't be it though. The president had an appointment at midnight in the courtyard of an orphanage to meet with Amy Marsh, the biological mother of John Marsh. Jack Cameron was a witness. His body seems to have been removed and a fake photo was taken to serve as evidence. No, I don't think I have any evidence that proves it. Kind of running out of pieces of evidence here. Do you guys have any idea, Nestor and Mario? Or anyone else listening in? Jack Cameron, 12 years ago, around 1 a.m., cause of death, died instantly after being hit on the head with a brick. Was likely killed just after leaving a message from his cell phone. Well, it's not really proof. Like, we can deduce from what we're looking at that it was probably the president, but... Oh, you were AFK? I'm basically... Well, I need to show evidence that proves that there were actually 2 presidents. And I went through all of the evidence, Mario, and I read it all properly. I learned from my mistake. But I still have no idea what it could be. No, I went through this too. I think we're the real president. Yeah, okay. I was actually thinking about that. Since there was a testimony that the president might have been, well, was supposed to be at the embassy. But we know that he had a meeting, right? That's what it said, where the real president was. Appointed at midnight in the courtyard. And now Dogen's first name makes sense. Saran was the name of the guy who killed President. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, really? It was? Like the shooter that they caught, or the theoreticized other shooter? Hold on, I gotta check this out. Oh shit! You're absolutely right! Wait. No, he didn't kill the president, he killed a different Kennedy. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense now. Robert F. Kennedy. I know that there's like a Kennedy curse and all, but I wasn't really familiar about the murders or assassinations of the other Kennedys. Yeah, you're right. His name was Saran, and it does, yeah. That's a really cool tie-in, though. Thanks, Mario. I did not know that. Yeah, and he was a senator from New York, apparently. Which sounds about right for the Kennedys. So, he's still not. Yeah, definitely. And his name is like, it's a very, I don't know if it's common all around, like, you know, the Muslim or Arabic world, but it's definitely very common around here, where Palestinians or people, I don't know, around here have like the same name twice for, like, you know, the same name for as a first and last name. So that's even cooler. His name is like Saran, and he was named Saran Dogen. Okay, so yeah, on the evening of the incident, the president was at the Zhengfa embassy until midnight. Oh, maybe that's it. Until midnight, and at midnight he was supposed to meet Amy Marsh. So he couldn't have, like, gone there that fast, right? I think this is it. Thanks, Nestor. If I'm right about this, if not, then sucks to be me. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Take that! Has Agent Lang not noticed this contradiction? Thank you, Nestor. I definitely wouldn't have noticed it. Or has he noticed it, but can't admit it?
What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't shout something out, only to suddenly clam up.
According to the recording on the door, the president visited the orphanage at midnight. However, that should not have been possible.
Huh? Why's that?
Why? Because at the time, the president should have been at the embassy. He was together with Agent Lang's father. So, Agent Lang, you really did notice. He was in two places at the same time. Ergo, there must have been two presidents. So wait, how did this... If the real president wasn't the one who was over there at the orphanage... Oh... Wait, maybe the one in the embassy was the fake? Yeah, I think that's the only way this could work.
How?
Then, which of the two was the real president on that day 12 years ago?
Most likely, the one who died. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who? Who contradicted Dogen? Who contracted Dogen to murder Wang?
In order to learn that, first, we must have a look at the evidence that we proved was false earlier. And the piece of evidence we know to be false is... Well, for sure, it's gotta be the photo. I'd say that's the most fake, since we also have problem with like the shoes and maybe the fire, but I think it's the photo. Take that! The photo, taken with Cameron's camera, was taken after he was murdered. And he was murdered because he witnessed the presidential assassination. In other words, the photo must have been taken following the assassination. Given that, who is the president pictured in the fake photo? We must consider him to be the body double. Yep, that makes sense.
In other words, the body double had the real president murdered and then took his place.
That's kind of a stretch, but yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Patricia Rowland and Blaze must have cooperated in that plan.
Not so fast. Hold it! Wang's body was never found. Just where could it have disappeared to?
Objection! The answer to that is already quite apparent. This is where the real president's body was. I have no clue. Let me look at this again. Either the fire... Could they have burned the fire? Burned the fire. Could they have burned the body? Okay, so it's either that... What does it say exactly? Prior to the incident. Yeah, but do we actually know for sure that was prior to the incident? It seems like it wasn't, right? Because the bloodstain is kind of, you know, suddenly cut over there. Abruptly. Where else? Do we have any other locations around here? I don't think we do, unless it's underneath the monsters. Wait. Could that be? No, it can't be. No, it can't be. It can't be that they buried him for 12 years and the body is still the same. Like, even, I don't think even Ace Attorney series would do something like this. I mean, even in the one case, like in the third case, where it was 18 years ago and there was a body, they had him frozen just so he wouldn't decompose like that. So I don't think they'll pull something like that. Grand Tower, crime scene notes. I know it's... Now, this is also a bit of a stretch, since burning corpses is supposedly very difficult. And you need, like, very powerful incinerators and equipment and all that to actually properly cremate a body. But It might be. I'm gonna go out on a guess here, Nestor, and it might be wrong, but it's honestly the only thing I can think of right now. And I have full health. I feel like I can take a little gamble. So, take that!
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, can you put the jokes aside?
I'm sorry, Mario. I'm sorry, but I'm dumb. I'm not a very smart person. Because I'm forgetting something important? Okay, I'll try to go over everything again and remember it.
I can't believe that Mr. Wong's body was in that kind of place. Gah!
I guess it wasn't there. Okay. Yeah, well, that's why I stream, you know? If I was smart enough to do this by myself, I would, but, you know, I need help from viewers. That's why I do this shit. Think of the fact that 2 presidents... If I think about that, I'm sure to know the location of the president's body.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, where the...
Oh, only did that one. Oh. No, Agent Bang. The answer to that is already quite apparent. Okay, so I'm forgetting something important. Think of the facts and the 2 presidents. Okay, 1 president was found here, the other one was... Okay, let's see... Actually, yeah, I want to look at the case files of the actual kidnapping. February 10th, 12 years ago. Kidnappers arrested on $100 million. Was over there. President had an appointment. No, Jack Cameron was with it. No, they don't say anything about like how the president was returned. It might not be here. Well, I remember that they put him back. Yeah. One was found recently, the other killed 12 years ago. So probably it's the body double that we found yesterday. And the other was killed 12 years ago, so where could he be all this time? If not burned or in the ground. And before he's in the snow. No, that can't be. This really is one of the better ones I've played. I'm really enjoying this game. It's more difficult for me, obviously, but I'm really enjoying it. Oh, paper question! Good to see you too! It's great to see you. Okay. So. Who's Pi? Is he like a big Ace Attorney streamer? I'm assuming from the emotes. Those are actually pretty sweet emotes. I'm kind of jealous. The shoes. Child's right. Is there anything in the drawing that... No, I don't see like anything dug up or anything. There is the blood stain there though. Which is kind of weird, because the president hadn't been killed yet according to this. Also, why does Saran have a penis on his chest? I just noticed that. If you look... How do I do this? Hold on. Let me just re-enable... No, damn it. Hold on. Or do you guys already see that? Probably the biggest. You played all the series blind.
Well, I played all the series blind too, okay?
Yeah, but even though I suck at it. But that's pretty cool. I'll check out his streams at some point. So wait, yeah. So you see like right, I think you should see my mouse now, right? Yeah. So right, see, those are like 2 balls, and we got a shaft right here. And it even has, like, if you really zoom in, there isn't even like some pixels here. I mean, you know, everyone has their own merits. My qualification, or my, you know, speciality as a streamer is that I can spot dicks in every game. Part of the toga, sure. You might say that, but I think that this kid had some serious issues. Okay, so it's not this either. happened 12 years ago. Get revenge. Grand Tower. Wait. No. I thought for a second maybe there was like some sort of fridge in the Grand Tower, like refrigerated space in the Grand Tower that could have kept him. But the Grand Tower was only completed like a couple of years ago, so that can't be either. Or a couple of months, I don't remember. Crime scene notes. Time of death, April 5th. Yeah, so this is definitely the body double. I'm thinking too broad. That's always my problem, Mario. I'm always like, whenever there's like a logic thing that I miss, I'm always like, I get too stuck on the wrong details and I can't like shift the way I think. Even though what, I just watched Case 5 like 2 days ago, I'm only slightly sure of what this is. See, it's difficult. If there was no kidnapping, what else wouldn't exist? Okay, that's a good question actually. If there was no kidnapping, well, shouldn't be there no ransom money? No, there should be ransom money because they pretended. So if there was no kidnapping... I almost wanted to say the Mozilla doll, that his soul is trapped in the Mozilla doll, but then I remembered that we don't have Phoenix's assistant here, so that can't be it. A hint maybe was so easy. Just give me time. Give me time. I'll get there eventually. I promise. Sooner or later. After I exhaust all the other possibilities, I'll get there. Because I'm very thorough. I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So, taken yesterday, the body and the monster's footprints. Like, why would... No, it can't be that he was... No, I'm gonna ignore the footprints because it just doesn't make sense. Aw, shit! It's the spaghetti boy. Yep, true. This great music. And the answer to where the president's body feels too much like one step ahead of what they're asking for. Actually, I have a bunch of problems with that a lot of times. Paper question. A lot of times, like, it's just that my logic and the game's logic don't like completely line up, or I don't understand their questions properly. That happened, I think, last stream. They asked a question, but I just like didn't understand it correctly because of the phrasing. Just practice video mechanics gloves. Wait, no. No, this can't be the moment where it ties together, right? Whereabouts of Dover's son, or Gustavia's son, who until the day before the incident regularly visited at Mr. Masters' mansion. Don't assume things? Is that a hint? You know what? Fuck it. I got almost full health. Let's just go with it. I still don't think this is it, but I've said it about a lot of pieces of evidence that turned out to be correct, so... I think there's a certain other question thought you need to clear up before you figure this out. Well, too late for that. What wouldn't exist if a kidnapping never happened? Yes, I'm trying to think. Okay, I need to think what does exist if a kidnapping did happen. Well, the photo, surely. No, they needed that. Oh, hey, Rad. How's it going, bruv? Hope you're having a great Tuesday, my man. Flowers? No, what wouldn't exist? I'm blacking out. I'm just drawing blanks right now. I'm sorry I'm so stupid, guys. Let me think. Okay, let's go over what we do have and think of. The flowers should still be there because he came there and was murdered. So he should still carry the flowers with him. Same goes for the... Yeah, we also have them in the drawing. So assume we can take everything that's in the drawing as fact. Start being on pressure while shooting again. Thank you, someone who cuts me some slack. Thank you. The dog ate him? I don't know. What else wouldn't... If there was no kidnapping... No, I just remember that the president also had... No, that's this president that had, like, some gunpowder on his hand, but I don't think that's relevant right now. So we got the doll, we got the flowers, we got the blood back there, we got a one of the bunny toys. Yeah, see, well, I don't have a problem with that, because I just know I'm done. I always go with your gut, even if it's wrong. You're right. Let's just... Fuck it, let's just go with it. I shouldn't be so cautious to make mistakes. So yeah. Take that! No fucking way! No way! Why? I'm dying to know why. Why? How? If they dug up the corpse... Oh, wait, no, I did look over this. So, because I thought that if he dug up the corpse, it must mean that this body is the president's. But no, it can't be that. This is the double's body, but he probably planted some sort of DNA or something. Yeah, the body we found was the body double. I know that, but what I don't understand is like how. Well, I guess I'm about to find out. Like, why would he dig it up? Why would he want with it? I guess it would prove, first of all, that the president was murdered and would shift blame to them. The buried body was... Yeah, I get that. I just, like, I don't understand Blaze's reasoning, but maybe I'm not supposed to yet. It makes sense. It's also because they said that Saran was the one who buried something there, and it makes the most sense that the assassin would also bury the body. It's like 2 feet away from the body double right now. Well, I don't know, but by, like, after 12 years, how much is left from the body? I'm just gonna keep going. Because it always bugs me, but yeah. Last night, there was something Blaze had to unearth with his own 2 hands. That item was not the ransom, it was something far more important.
So Blazin buried the
real president's body. The possibility is quite high. Oh, topical, Nestor. Very topical. Probably decomposed skeleton now. Yeah. But I'll guess they'll explain it soon. I'm just like, I can't get my head around that fact.
What'd you say?
The bones from the body, buried 12 years ago, would have still remained. According to Mr. Powers, construction was to begin soon at this lot. That was the deadline. Both for the movie and retrieval of the body. Well, yeah, there's a lot. I know there's a lot of foreshadowing in this game, but that's the thing about foreshadowing is kind of like a prophecy, you know. You have to know that it's gonna happen for you to like appreciate it, or you have to know what actually happened for you to properly appreciate it.
because they would have found the body when they started the construction.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I was overthinking things like I usually do. He just didn't want the body to be discovered because because they were gonna build here. That's what I forgot. I thought they were just filming the movie here. I forgot that they were supposed to start building here. Yeah, they always spell it out. But I totally forgot that they said that there was supposed to be construction done here. Agent Lang, let us search the footprints that Blaze dug up.
Yeah. If the body was buried there, there'd be traces of it. Hey! Somebody call forensics!
Yeah, it's always Larry.
Well, I have the results of the search. We found traces in the dirt that suggest the body was buried here.
So, it was Wong after all.
Yeah, I know there's a mastermind. I still can't imagine who he would be, though. For a short while, I thought maybe it's like the real president trying to, like, tie this all together, but no, he's definitely dead. 100% dead. And yeah, I agree, Nestor. One of my favorite things about this game is how like it ties everything together. Hey, Chairs! Happy Tuesday. How you doing, man? Are you back to school yet, or you still got some a couple free days? Yeah, it is a big crowd, but it's fun. They really don't use. I like when there's a lot of characters and like a really quick conversation between everybody where everybody butts in and there's a shit ton of like objections and take that's and overruled and all that. It's really a lot of fun. School is back. Oh well. Stay strong, buddy. When are your because you still got like more finals or something, right? Or some tests, I remember. When are they up?
We also recovered the skeletal remains that Blaze the Best dug up. They were in his home.
Really? Did we see it at the garage? Probably not.
In addition to the bone structure, the dental records and the bone fractures all match up.
Midterms 2 weeks from now. Okay. Good luck, dude. Study hard, work hard, and get that shit done with, so you never have to do it again. That was my motto back then. I just wanted to make sure that, I only have to do it one time, and that's it.
We can confirm that it was indeed President Wong.
So, the real President Wong was indeed killed 12 years ago. The SS5 incident was a murder. Also, footprints data, yeah, the Blaze to retrieve the body. I think maybe also I was so proud of myself for like thinking about the ransom money being buried there before they said it in the game that I just really wanted to stick with that so I could be right about something. Oh well.
So the SS5 incident was actually a murder incident. But there's so much information. It's way too confusing.
Indeed. Let's take this opportunity to review the details of the case.
First, the real president came to the orphanage, right?
12 years ago, the true President Wong visited the orphanage in order to meet his son. I like that he's marked as a king, like in the first case. The footsteps in the snow that we thought belonged to Mr. Cameron were most likely made by the president at that time. President Wong was supposed to meet his son here. However, the one who actually showed up was the assassin, Sir Ron Dogan.
He came here to meet his son, but was murdered instead. How horrible.
A man like Dogan shows no mercy. And after that, the second tragedy occurred.
You mean Mr. Cameron's murder?
Indeed, Mr. Cameron saw the decisive moment. A character named after every chess piece, some more. Really? Well, obviously, Rook and Knightley, but what are the others? Pawn? I like what other? I can't remember all the chess piece names in English. But there are pawns, there are queens. Maybe I just don't know them yet. We'll see. After the real president was killed by Dogan. Dogan is bishop-like? Really? Oh, themed. Oh, I thought named. I read that as named after every chess piece. Not themed. Okay, that makes more sense. Pawn, bishop, rook, knight, queen, king. Okay, no, now I get that. Is monk design, yeah. Yeah, no, I get that now. I just thought, I was thinking about names. His body was carried to the rear courtyard by the team of kidnappers. And yeah, and I guess Courtney would be the queen. She definitely has, like, you know, that royal charisma to her. Or just a royal aura, I'd say. Mr. Cameron must have witnessed that moment from the orphanage entrance. Although, he himself believed that he had actually witnessed a kidnapping. Furthermore, by this time,
The body double who had come to meet up with Blaze and Miss Rowland.
both Blaze and Fake Prez can be called kings? I guess. I was wondering how they address it. They just gave him a different color, I see.
Was already standing behind Mr. Cameron.
And then, the witness to the incident, Mr. Cameron,
Was killed by the body double. So, was Mr. Cameron's corpse also carried by the body double?
yes, that seems likely.
But there wasn't anything at the crime scene that looked like the body double's footprints.
I've already figured out how he accomplished that. There's a piece of evidence that would have made it possible. What did the body double use to move the body without leaving any footprints? Without leaving any footprints, okay. I was gonna say maybe the shoes, but... Shit. I don't know. Move the body without leaving any footprints. If you're not leaving any footprints, then mean it only could have not, like it shouldn't have touched the ground. The only way for it not to touch the ground is either being carried or thrown or, I don't know, moved by a crane or something like that. Maybe it is the shoes? Though I remember that they said that it didn't quite... No, they said it didn't quite fit Cameron, actually. They never said anything about the president, I think. I'm gonna try that if I don't have anything better. But let me go over everything again. Flowers, chess... Bug tape... I don't know, maybe he threw him. Maybe he was really strong. I don't think the bouquet either. Like the bouquet that the real president brought along. Like, it couldn't have been wheels either, because then there wouldn't be footprints, but we'd still see something. Same for a truck or any kind of vehicle. I'm just gonna try... Wait, is there any hint here by any chance? I don't think so. I think I've looked at everything here. Well, there are no footprints here, but I doubt, like, I wouldn't expect from a kid to go into that much detail. Fuck it. I'm gonna try it. Take that! This is almost certainly how the body double carried Mr. Cameron's corpse. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's just like bad phrasing. I'm sorry, but they said like without leaving footprints. So they did leave footprints, just like the wrong set of footprints. It's a trick question, really. After Mr. Cameron was killed, the president's body double carried him into the middle of the garden. Oh. Yeah, I'm dumb. Well, we know that. Now I get it. So it was walking like in the president's, literally in his footsteps. And that we didn't leave any marks. Okay. I suspect the body double was wearing the same shoes that the real president at the time. If he made sure to step precisely on top of the footprints left by the real president...
since the shoes were the same. There would only be one set of footprints left behind in the snow. I think I've got a pretty good grasp on the SS5 incident now. But there's still one thing I don't get.
What's that?
Why do they need to stage the abduction?
Because Mr. Cameron witnessed the incident. He saw the president at the orphanage. He left behind witness testimony on Miss Crane's answering machine. Even Blaze couldn't make that disappear. Ergo, the body double needed a reason for the president to have been at the orphanage.
And that's why they prepared the fake kidnapping charade.
The people in the fake photo are likely the body double, and most likely, Patricia Rowland.
The person in the coat is Miss Rowland? What makes you say that?
The two would have to leave the orphanage in order to take the picture. Just like when you move the body, the double used the real president's footprints.
So, the second set of footprints must belong to the person in the coat.
Indeed, we originally believed that those footprints belonged to Cameron's killer. They were size 7 footprints, too small for Blaze's feet. Thus, we can presume that the person playing the part of the kidnapper was Patricia Rowland. Hidden in the shadow of the presidential kidnapping was a presidential assassination.
I see. So that's why my old man...
Why he... what?
The old man must have realized that a murder had taken place. After all, he had the kid's drawing.
However, that picture was never presented as evidence.
Your father likely took it from the young witness during the investigation and hid it.
He had to have known that Wong was dead. But what if he had revealed that back then?
Reveal the death of the president, the backbone of Zheng Fa. It would have caused chaos.
And that's why my old man took the secret to his grave. He even took the blame for the kidnapping, knowing that would be the fall of the House of Lang.
Truly an honorable man, what can I say? So this is the truth that Agent Lang's father hid 12 years ago.
And now, it's all becoming clear.
Alright. Don't know who this is. Is that really the case, I wonder? Can't guess.
Huh?
What? Who's there?
No way! That bell. It's... I'll try to remember. I think I gave him like a really low, kind of gravelly voice. But again, I can change voices. Like, if you have any better suggestions, just hit me up and I'll do my best. Impersonation, accent, stereotype, anything like that that I can try to imitate. Feel free to hit me up. Sir Ron Dugan, the boss.
You! Why are you here? How can you just brazenly show up here? Who do you think you are, pal? I found the conversation most intriguing, and I just... well...
Yeah. Well, he's a boss, what can you say? Huh. Are you feeling nostalgic about an old murder of yours?
You're the one who killed Wong! Nostalgia? I think not. You were speaking about the person I am searching for.
You're searching for someone?
I escaped from prison in order to meet with a young acolyte. The one who wore the red raincoat.
And we still don't know who that is. That's the true mastermind.
The red raincoat? Who is this person?
I suspect that it's the same person as the mastermind you are searching for.
Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood.
A red hood?
Don't they seem surprised, Anubis? Yes, they are, my boy. 12 years ago, this young acolyte saved my life.
And before the acolyte is the kid. No, the kid disappeared. Well, still, we don't know that he was it. And before the acolyte is the kid. Or, in before the acolyte is fucking. That's how it's all gonna come together. Because I'm dying for them to tie this together. It's one of their kids. Dover's son or Gustavia's son. Well, I think both disappeared, right? Well, Gustavia's for sure. Just to jog my memory, do we know why the real president went to the orphanage? We know that he had... we know that John Marsh is his kid. And that John's biological mom called him and left a message saying that he has a son or something like that, and that he should meet her at the orphanage. He should come to the orphanage at midnight to meet him. That's what I know about him going to the orphanage. I don't know if there's any more to that. What's that next? Oh, wow. Well, it's all been done before. I bet if you really look it up, The Simpsons already did something like that too. That's just how it goes. But how you doing, Nex? How's everything? Just making sure on the Marsh thing. Didn't want to spell. Yeah, of course. I get that. Thanks for being considerate. Paper question. Oh, wow. Dogen Savior.
Certainly, it was I who killed President Wong. However, my life was also targeted on that day.
Returned to work today. Everyone's fucking stupid because they've been out for 2 weeks. Yeah, I've seen the memes online. Probably sucks. But hey, you had 2 weeks. That's pretty chill.
The body double, Blaze, and Patricia all sought to seal my lips. Had I not been reunited with a young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger.
Wait, no, the acolyte can't be Shelly the killer, since then he would have known about the president being murdered 12 years ago.
But alas, even to this day, I do not know what has become of the young acolyte.
So your client was indeed the body double, who is the main perpetrator of the crime.
It was a long time ago, but I remember his words even now.
Isn't she like on par with Dogen's age? It seems that way, but it's hard to tell. I don't know if we know both of their ages. But even so, it's possible to be like an acolyte even if you're around the same age. Or not much younger than the guy. I'm not sure what voice to give him, so I'm just gonna... maybe I'll just try to give him the President Wong's voice.
There have been countless attempts on my life. Not just once or twice. Countless! And yet, why must I be the only one to face the danger?
Actually, we know his voice. I gave him the droopy voice when we actually revealed him. So yeah, let's switch.
When I stand before the people, I garner the same respect as the president does. Tell me, just what is the difference between him and me?
Yeah, that's the kind of voice I think he deserves.
The difference was great.
Oh, well, the voice was the same, so... Oh, never mind.
While the voice and the style of speech may be the same, one can mimic the body, but the heart cannot be reproduced.
I suppose his own weakness cost him in his quest to become a leader.
Another Brooks Dawn. I'm in charge.
What's that? These Jedi murderers left me scarred. Left me... Just some Star Wars shit posting their chairs? Prequel shit posting, actually.
Another Rook's gone. I'm in charge.
I'm not sure you're as capable as Rook was.
What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now.
Perhaps the king and his knight were not so different after all.
The double believed that the president's only weakness was a woman called Amy. To find the woman, he needed the assistance of someone from this country.
So, he joined forces with Blaze.
After determining her whereabouts, he simply waited for the right opportunity.
That chance came with the meeting at the orphanage.
Indeed, the director of the orphanage was bribed and brought in as an accomplice.
You must be referring to Patricia Rowland.
Well, given what I've told you, do you realize the whereabouts of the young acolyte now?
You mean the boy who saved you? But how do you know that he is the mastermind?
That day, the young one caused a fire at the garden of the orphanage.
Ah! You're talking about the kid who started the fire as a prank!
A prank? Not at all. On that night, 12 years ago, the young acolyte was hiding inside the igloo.
I knew the fucking bear glue would be important.
It seems he witnessed Patricia and Blaze moving the body from his hiding place. Apparently, he heard them talking during that time.
How does Dogen know this, though?
It would seem that they were planning to kill me because I knew the truth. He immediately came to the main hall to tell me that. I learned about the young acolyte sometime later. It seems he was wearing a red raincoat at the time.
I really like Dogen's music, by the way.
He led me out of the main hall. And then the young acolyte said he was going to get rid of our footprints.
Oh, by starting the fire. Well, yeah, that would make short work of any footprints in snow.
So, he scattered some lamp oil near the igloo over the snow. Then, he boldly set the oil ablaze.
Ah! No way! So, he set the fire in order to...
All their focus was diverted towards the burning flames. I took the opportunity to escape through the rear exit.
So, the boy in the red raincoat is a mastermind behind this case. That's really cool. I like how they tie this in. Oh, shit. It's Sunken Duncan. How you doing, dude? How's it going? Are you back to school? today, or do you still have some days off? Is everybody in the US just like, back to normal today? Or everybody, outside of my country?
Exactly. Isn't that right, Anubis? Yes, boy. Yes, it is.
Doing good, man. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year, dude. Uni starts up next Tuesday. Nice. Got another free week. Dogen Savior. Okay, now I was wondering if we're gonna actually, have a time to cross-examine him. So, I didn't spot anything particular back when he said this, so let's just press for now. It's always a good idea to do. I'll grab food, see if N on every... No promises, paper question, but bon appetit. Hold it! 4 to 8 inches of snow. Yeah, but you probably hate snow, right? We love it here because we rarely get it. But like once in a decade, there's like decent amount of snow. But I heard that people who have it regularly just grow to hate it. The German word for dough, plural. Oh, I didn't know that. You admitted that rather easily.
These days, I have long grown tired of killing. But in those halcyon days, I devoted myself to the path of an executioner.
Ah, okay. Very niche meme, I see. What if I were to take a picture outside, you would feel your fucking pain. It's currently a degree outside. It's actually not that far of that over here, too. We're like at around 6, 7, 8 degrees Celsius. But no snow. No snow whatsoever. Which is worse, Like, I think if it's if it's cold enough to snow, it might as well just fucking snow. Like, you might as well get something out of that. I think that it's worse for it to be, like, cold enough to snow, but without any snow than, than actual snow. Oh, 1 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's actually way, way colder, I think. So, never mind what I said. Celsius. Yeah, me too. I was talking like 6, 7, 8 Celsius. If it's 1 Fahrenheit, then holy shit. Minus 17. Well, I'm gonna shut up now, because I'm obviously not familiar with those levels of cold. What was I?
If one cannot admit that much, what can he admit? Right, Anubis? Yes, my boy.
I feel like he's saying something scary, but it's kind of hard to understand him.
This fallen priest is saying he has no feelings about the president's death. Dogen, the assassin and escaped prisoner. He should be a despicable opponent, but silencing him now would be imprudent. I must keep my composure and let him talk. I understand your point. You killed the president.
That is correct. The aim of my blade never misses its mark.
I was also targeted on that day. Hold it! Your life was targeted? You, the assassin?
A hunter becomes the hunted. The Buddhist becomes the Buddha.
Okay, you don't have to make up strange proverbs.
Life is transient, especially for an assassin whose life is always exposed to danger.
What's that? While you were out partying, I was studying. Yeah, pretty much. Duncan, that was spot on.
So, does that mean people you've tried to kill have fought back?
That is a rare occurrence. However, this was different.
By Double Blaze and Patricia also ought to see my lips. Hold it! Sir Ron Dogan, you are a master assassin. As such, could you not have evaded an attack from those three and fled the scene? Yo, KGS. How's it going, my man? Happy New Year.
You greatly overestimate me. Without Anubis by my side, I would not even be able to walk about.
Yeah, I'm doing decent, dude. Pretty decent.
If those three were to attack me all at once, I would not stand a chance.
I see. So even an assassin will fall into superior numbers in the frontal assault. Welcome back, Chairs.
I suppose one could say that. I, Sir Ron Dogan, would have suffered a shameful defeat.
And I've been reunited with a young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger. Hold it! Reunited? So, when did you first meet him? Well, obviously, well, he's about to say.
That would be 18 years ago, on the 24th of December.
Yes! Yes! This proves it, right? 24th of December. Yes! It is. Yeah, it's great. I don't think I've ever had so many Twitch viewers at the same time. I'm really excited. Good to have you here, all of you. Okay, so yes, that one, it has to be either Dover's son or Gustavia's son, or both. I knew there was something funky about those kids, or the fact that they never like, you know, close that thread. Twitch police. Yeah, look at Chairs with his fancy badge. That is a rather long time ago. Come on, Edgy, doesn't that like ring a bell?
On that day, our roles were reversed. I saved the young one's life. There was an unusual snowstorm on that day. The temperature was well below freezing. I took Anubis for a walk in the snow.
Actually, it would probably be the victim's kid, wouldn't it? That would explain why he was in an orphanage. But we also know that shortly after the trial, the killer's son also, well, we don't really know what happened because he just went away. So maybe, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I think it could be either or maybe even both, which I think is most exciting. Bundle of sticks, yeah. Yeah, or PG cursing here. Well, that's almost a Pepe, Duncan. Can't you deal with that? Just a regular old Froggo? Also, good job surviving, Chairs. And yeah, I got a bunch of mini games like that, by the way. If you want, you can, I think, exclamation point commands, it would give you everything. You can also do, I think, seppuku and smash, and I don't remember. You can do exclamation point commands for all the different stuff. It ain't the same. Yeah, I know. It's not. It doesn't have those same soulful eyes filled with emotion.
I took Anubis for a walk in the snow. That's when Anubis noticed something and started running.
Wait, does that mean that Anubis is more than 18 years old? Holy shit. That is an old doggo. I think like the oldest dog ever was probably like, I don't know, around there. 18, 20, something like that? Don't we all, Chairs? Don't we all?
I followed after him and found a car. I had great difficulty opening the door. It had frozen shut.
2 kids!
In the back seat, there were 2 young children, shivering from the cold.
Wait, is one of them tied up? The fuck is going on here? 29, holy shit. That's, wow. Poor dog. He probably was in like really shitty health by age 29. 2 children.
Had they remained in the car for an hour longer, they surely would have frozen to death.
Looks like one of them is tied up, isn't it?
I brought the 2 of them to a nearby orphanage.
Is there anything about Dugan's story that concerns you? Yes, there very much is something. Well, the date, mostly. The 24th of December, 18 years ago. Are you sure about that?
There is no mistake.
Could that mean?
I know. The significance behind the date. The model of the car, yeah. What shows the significance of the date when Dogan found the children? Well, we already know that, of course, because of all my excitement. Take that! That day, a certain incident occurred. A sculptor was murdered. Maybe they were both waiting in the same car for... Nah, that doesn't make sense. They put it to sleep due to poor health. Yeah, that would be the humane thing, I guess. Dogs aren't supposed to live that long. Well, most dogs don't live that long, so I imagine he would have been in really bad health. Ah! During that incident, 2 young boys went missing. Yes, exactly. Parent Care Day. And it seemed like I had like, I don't know if you watched me back then, but in the third case, I had like a shit ton of like, you know, theories about what's the relationship between them. Did the kids fight and that's why one murdered the other? Did they have like some sort of agreement because of the kids? I don't know, but it's nice to see that. Oh, I might have canceled Seppuku. I don't remember. I might have canceled Seppuku because I think I couldn't find anything good to do with it. My bad then, Chairs. Sorry. Well, I forgot. There definitely is Smash and Roulette, which you know and love. And I'm always on the lookout for more games like that, but you know what, I'll add Seppuku after this stream. So you'll have it next time. Sudoku. That would be great, actually, if we could do that in chat. The sons of the victim, Isaac Dover, and the culprit, Dane Gustavia.
We never did find out where those 2 boys went after the case 18 years ago.
Oh, right, and Magic and 8-Ball.
Oh, they were the sons of a victim and a culprit. It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
One of the youths was bound so that he could not move.
That's odd. Why didn't it work for Nestor? Maybe there's a cooldown. Try maybe in like, wait like, I don't know, half a minute or so. I think the minimum cooldown is like 15 seconds. So wait a couple more seconds and try that again, Nestor. Because that's really something that you would want to know, I think, in your life, your sexual orientation. And maybe you broke it, maybe I just need to restart it. But it might have also been the cooldown.
Mr. Dover did it so that Mr. Gustavia's son couldn't come to the contest venue.
Indeed. Gustavia was using his own son as a taste tester.
To think that was what transpired.
I would look good. Well, whatever that means.
Neither child seemed to recall what had happened.
They lost their memories?
The acolyte told me this when we were reunited 12 years ago. The pair were placed in an extreme situation, on the verge of freezing to death. That trauma led them both to suffer from amnesia. neither could so much as remember his own name.
Oh, and that's why they never tried to get back with their parents. I see now.
So, they didn't even know that they were the sons of Mr. Dover and Mr. Gustavia.
Indeed. While we cannot say it conclusively, the probability is quite high. I wonder if these kids are going to be like new characters, or do we already know them? And that would be really cool. However, we still don't have enough information to deduce the mastermind's identity. Dogen, would you please continue your story?
Very well.
Is it gonna be a new one? Yeah, Dogen and the Acolyte, okay.
I continued my correspondence with a young acolyte, even after entering prison.
Wait, there's no way one of the kids was Knightley. And he actually was working for... How long ago was IS-7? 18 years. No, it can't be that Knightley was one of them. I don't think it really looks like any of the two kids, and also... That would be cool if he would have still, like, you know, been in touch with Dogen and he was actually working for him in prison, like Patricia thought, but it doesn't really seem to add up for me.
Recently, that has all come to an abrupt halt, however. It left me quite concerned.
Even though that would explain why we have Knightley's possessions in our... What's it called? In our inventory as evidence. So maybe... It was before SS5. SS5 was 12 years ago, IS-7 was 18 years ago. So let me think. So yeah, I guess it's possible that maybe the mastermind now is taking revenge on the murder of Knightley. Or that he's just like, you know, continuing the plan that Knightley started? Maybe, I'm not sure.
Furthermore, those involved in the crime 12 years ago were all drawn into incidents one by one. I grew more and more curious, and so I absconded briefly from the prison.
First important case in the Ace Attorney universe? You mean as in like chronologically? Like it's the earliest important case. Not like the first one that we see in the series that's actually important, because there were a bunch of those, right? Those involved 12 years ago. Oh, okay. Now I got you, Nestor. Were Patricia Rowland, Blaze the Best, and President Wong's body double.
And Miss Rowland was the warden for Mr. Dogen's prison.
I blackmailed the warden. That woman had tried to kill me. Perhaps the good prosecutor has already deduced the reason.
You murdered President Wong. However, the world still believed he was alive. I'm excluding DGS for obvious reason that probably thousands of years before the current time period. Okay. DGS? Which one's DGS? The Grand Slam. I don't know. Doesn't come to mind. If you were able to prove the president was a fake, both Patricia Rowland and Blaze the Best would have been in danger.
That is correct.
Oh, Daiyakuten Saiban. Is that the newest one? The one where it's, I thought it wasn't thousands of years ago, though. I thought it was, like, in the one only in Japanese. Is that the one, the newest one that I think Mario told me about, where it's, like, the Days of Sherlock Holmes in London? Or is it something completely different?
That is correct, and I had heard the proof with my own ears.
The one with ancestors. But that's also one. The one with with Sherlock Holmes. But the newest one is the Oh, I see. Oh, well, I'm just not up to date on all the... Well, how is it thousands of years then? I would love to see, though, like a prehistoric version of Ace Attorney, where it's like Phoenix Wright's really great ancestor that's like a caveman, and he needs to solve mysteries with grunts and groans and shit, and cave paintings. That would be so good. That would be the best setting, I think, for a new Ace Attorney game. I'll be waiting in the courtyard and the orphanage. That's a woman.
I'll be waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th.
Oh no, wait. Courtyard of the orphanage. Oh yeah, that's Amy Marsh. I'm exaggerating with 1,000. I realize it's probably only a few. Oh, okay. Now, yeah, now I can relax my uptight ass and get the stick out of it.
Even if it's just once, I want John to be able to meet you.
There's no technology in that game. They can do amazing things. Oh, shit, I missed that. Wait, hold on.
Who might you be? My apologies, but I'm presently waiting for someone.
So what's that? They can do amazing cases with that in mind. That actually sounds really interesting. I might play that one too. It's a great... I like that they, like, you know, kind of left the entire modern theme and went to something completely different. It's a great idea. Also, they still had, like, well, not like high-tech, but they still had, like, low-tech stuff. In Sherlock Holmes' days, they still had, I think, like, they still dusted for prints and all of that, right? Oh, it's steampunk. That's even more interesting, actually. I wonder what they put... Like, what kind of technology they put in and what they didn't.
I am well aware of that, President Chuang. Are you not meeting with your son? However, I do not spill blood needlessly. You may relax. I seek only the President's life.
It can't be. Please wait. I'm just about to meet my son for the first time. I'm sure this will be the first and last time. Please, at least wait until we are finished.
Did he? Was I'm just pulling stuff out? Oh, fuck off, paper. Steer clear of DGS content. Okay. 2 cases, fan translated. Oh, wow. That's great. They should open, like, what's it called? A Patreon for stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of people would pay, like, you know, a couple of bucks to speed up the translation process. Do you know what team does that? Or, like, where are they located? What website?
I had thought the President would beg for his life, but he was of a different sort. Officially, the President had no son. However, he shook his head and said,
Oh, for new... Ah, that's great. It's nice that they did that. But yeah, they should totally do a Patreon for that, in my opinion.
This illegitimate son was his, and he intended to recognize him publicly.
These guys, I'll open that up, but I'll check it out after my stream is over. Because I'm definitely curious about that.
Furthermore, he claimed that he had already made preparations towards that end. Would that son of his be the boy with horns over there, by any chance?
Boy? With the horns? Wait, you can see John's horns?
There's no need to see them. From the moment I escaped from prison until now, I have been closely lending an ear to your voices.
He said that the president made preparations toward recognizing his son. Well, yeah, that might have been the will, or I don't know. Maybe he was just gonna, I don't know. But the word preparations alone would be insufficient for blackmail. That's it!
There was one thing that could prove Huang's words. The will, held by the House of Lang. It was also proof of his trust in us. His son's existence would have been revealed to the world. The name on the recording, the mention of the preparations, and the will in Zhengfa. Together, they suffice to make the warden bow to my words.
Those 3 pieces of information, one could prove the identity of the double by using John.
The president blocked the first strike of my knife with something soft.
The doll, probably, and that's how the horn maybe got out?
As pieces of it fell atop the snow, I struck once more. This time, the blow proved fatal.
What an asshole, he couldn't have waited for a couple of minutes to let him meet his son for the first and last time? Actually, maybe it's possible that it was the flowers and not the doll. I'm not sure. Either or. Oh, welcome back home, Super Drops. Hope returning to normal isn't too hard on you. But hey, at least you're back with your gaming computer. So Dogen cut off the Mozilla doll's horn.
None but I heard his final words.
Won't stream later? Too Tucker. Fair enough, dude. Yeah. Travel will do that to you. Maybe later this week. I'm hoping, at least.
Only myself and that child knew of the president's secret son.
Okay. What's that? I mean, if Dogen really did let him go for 5 minutes, Dijon could have called for help and it would have exposed the entire... Yeah, well, I get that he's a professional, but still... I don't know, something about the way... Because he didn't, like, beg for his life or anything, and the way he was just, like, so straightforward about it, there's something about the president, the real president, that makes me trust him. But as a... seeing if he wants to be a real professional, Dogen shouldn't have let him, that's true. Should have just stabbed him and that's it. Okay. So yeah, let's just press until we see something obvious. Hold it! In other words, you contacted him from prison.
That is correct. A post office box was used.
Post office box?
It would allow one to send and receive letters without revealing the recipient's location.
I could not use a form of correspondence that would reveal the acolyte's location.
As a human, I despise that Dogen didn't let him see his son, but assassins have to let go of human morality for something else in their hearts. In their hearts is kind of a stretch in my opinion, but yeah, I get what you're saying. If you want to be a professional assassin and do the job properly, and that was what he was hired to do, then yes, you should. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Paper. Definitely. It must be the prison. Oh shit! I forgot to read that. It must mean the prison warden, Patricia Rowland. Could you be more specific about the nature of your correspondence?
Well, they were mainly moves for my correspondence chess matches.
Yes, I knew it! I knew it! One of the kids was Knightley. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I know which kid he is too. Because of this ring right here. It didn't cross my mind until now, but now that I'm, like, you know, you probably get it. I just don't want to say it, yes.
Correspondence chess? If I recall, the person you were playing against.
This might be hard to believe, but Dugan's chess opponent was...
Ah! Are you saying he was playing against Mr. Knightley? Wasn't it Horace Knightley?
Wait, I want to see his face. Wait, oh, profiles. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It all adds up. I know exactly which... No. I think I know. Yeah, actually I do. I know which kid he is. Okay. We certainly found the correspondence chess memo in Knightley's cell.
Does that mean Knightley Boy was the kid from the IS-7 incident?
Could that really be true? Is there any evidence connecting Knightley to the IS-7 incident? Well, and that's exactly where this comes in, I think. A ring and a chessboard. And if I remember right, Dover also had a ring. I don't remember exactly what was on it, but I remember he had a ring, and I don't think that we actually gave it worthy attention. That's another thing in that case. I think we didn't really address the ring or the sigil that was on it and what it means. Take that! This was all that Knightley left behind. Could there be a clue hidden within? Which should I investigate? The ring or the chessboard? The ring. In case 2? Oh, right, because we see that, yep. And we don't know what that means. Yeah, it's great. It's pretty awesome. I'm really happy with it right now that I've discovered it. This ring is...
Mr. Edgeworth, what is it?
Oh, it's the same ring! It's not a ring that looks like that. It's his dad's ring that he probably got after he was killed. But how? Well, I guess when he grew up, he figured out who he was or something. And that might be why he... I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure what's going on. Mr. Shields, please take a look at this ring.
This pattern is... It's pure OKs.
I thought so. He had Mr. Dover's seal turned into a ring. Oh, it was a seal back then? Maybe that's... yeah, the details are a bit fuzzy, but I definitely remembered that sigil. However, why would he have this? Shouldn't it have been held by the police as evidence from the IS-7 incident?
After the incident, the seal was returned to the victim's next of kin. Mr. Dover's only family was his son.
Only family. But how did it get to him if he had amnesia? And didn't remember who he was, and even what his name was?
But since no one knew where his son had gone to, it took a while to get it to him. I'd heard that the police had finally found him and delivered his inheritance, but...
Oh, so that's how. I guess they tracked him to the orphanage somehow. So the seal was thereby safely delivered to his son. And then he turned the seal into a ring and wore it on his person. We still don't know who the other kid is, though. And that is really curious, I think. It should be someone around... Wait, what was his age? It should be someone around Knightley's age, then. Because they were in the same class or something in school. 24. Do we know anybody else who's 24? I'm just curious. Simon Keyes? No way. Okay, it would be amazing if it's Simon Keyes. It would be amazing if it's Will Powers. I don't think it's either of them, though. It doesn't really work for me. Maybe Simon, because we don't know that much about his history. But I don't know. Will Powers, a big guy like that? I'm not sure. Who else is around that age that we know? I was hoping for Sebastian, that maybe Blaze also adopted him, but no. Yeah, he's 25. So I was hoping maybe Sebastian would be a candidate too, and maybe we'll find out that he was also adopted, and that's way he doesn't. It's Larry. Oh my God! If Larry would have been the other kid, I would have absolutely lost my shit. I really miss him in this case. Actually, they should have brought him here too, I feel. Okay, 26. 20, 27. Too old, I'd say. Also, different country. She's a woman. Age dead. Don't know. Shelley's age, Saran. And back to Knightley. So. What's that? We know Larry went to school with Edgeworth, so that's super. So that's super dead. Ah, yeah, you're right. I forgot that they knew each other from school. Yeah, the feel when your age is dead. But yeah, so I'd say that if the kid is one of the people we know, it would have to be either Simon or Will Powers. What'd you miss? Well, we figured out that Horace Knightley is the son of Isaac Dover, and that means that the other kid is the acolyte who, well, is the mastermind right now. I don't know which one of them was the acolyte, but it means that the other kid was. Actually, wait, it would have to be someone who looks a bit like. Oh, we don't have him though. Who looks a bit like the murderer from the third case, but we don't have a photo of him. In that case, it might be Will Powers. He does look a bit more like that guy, if I remember right. Are these mementos data updated? So that's what you missed, Mario.
So, Mr. Knightley was Mr. Dover's son.
The police aren't fools. I'm sure they did a thorough check before handing over the seal.
The police are no fools, but we keep proving they're wrong at every turn.
If someone involved in the IS-7 incident was his chess opponent...
Knightley, huh? Then that man must be the mastermind behind this case.
Objection! But Knightley is dead. He cannot be involved in this incident.
How about that? The only one who could be the mastermind was himself a murder victim?
But a dead guy can't be the culprit, so there's no way that's right.
It certainly is strange. In that case, who is the culprit? So wait, that's not the... Okay, so we know about this. Let's keep pressing, I guess, because that was like just one bit of this entire testimony. I thought we already cracked it. Can you prove your claims, by the way, Duncan? In any way? Because, like, I can't prove otherwise, but it is, like, you know, claiming that you know someone that invented a meme is kind of hard to believe, in general, for anyone. Hold it! It came to a halt. Now, of all times?
Quite odd, is it not? Anubis told me again and again how odd it was.
That scary dog talked? Was he like, something's odd, woof?
I can understand Anubis's heart, even if he does not voice his thoughts.
Then there's something I'd like to ask, just in case.
Early 2012 to the pay. I'll check the what's it called? The Know Your Memes entry on Doge later to see what's the earliest record that they found. If that page still existed, Penis Bear Cats, and it's posted there, then yeah, you can prove it. I'm gonna check that out after the stream.
Then there's something I'd like to ask, just in case.
Know Your Meme is trash, but Penis Bear Cats, is it still exist? Well, we'll have to check it out. And obviously, Know Your Meme isn't like, a valid source, but it's the best thing we got about, like, knowing memes' origins. And the first time they appeared. Or at least I trust them enough. It's not like it's that big of a deal anyway. Until, like, memes become a scientific field.
There's a scary dog staring at me right now. He's not saying, I'm hungry, I want some meat, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Mr. Edgeworth!
It seems she's not much good with the assassin's dog.
Good boy. Good boy. There's a good boy. So then, at any rate, my correspondence with the Acolyte suddenly came to an abrupt halt.
The murders involved in the crime 12 years ago were all drawn into incidents one by one. Hold it! That certainly does seem too much for a mere coincidence. The body double of Dijon Wang, the president of Zhangfa, faked an assassination plot. Patricia Rowland, the prison warden, murdered Horace Knightley. And Blaise de Best, the chairman of the PIC, murdered Jill Crane. Does it have any of the early history of modern meme culture correct? And you do, Duncan? Are you the keeper of knowledge of all things? Of the all early history of modern meme culture? Do you have the archives? You were there, really? To that extent? I'd love to hear some stories from the good old days then. And Blaise de Best, the chairman of the PIC, murdered Jill Crane. Come to think of it, as I have been investigating these cases, I have felt the presence of some force behind the scenes.
Even within the prison, I could tell that this was no insignificant event.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, all the cases we were doing in this game all connect to this case from 12 years ago. I love when they do this. I loved it too in the first game. But it's even better here because they even brought characters from all the cases, which was a lot of fun. Hold it! Will propagate Doge and many funny animal photos on articles. Really? Wow, well, you've earned your place in the history books. Something like that. We should make a Know Your Meme entry about you. And your friend. What was his name? John something? Joseph Michael. What's that? Israel Cube Ultra Plushie? Country Ball Plushies? I never understood. Well, I kind of know why. Well, there were a bunch of memes really about why the Israeli one is a cube. I think most of it just comes down to Jew science or something, right? But yeah, I don't know. Poland Bowl is kind of cute, but I'll check it out later after the stream drops. Thanks for sending me that. You absconded briefly from prison? I cannot forgive such a criminal act.
You stole your way out of prison? I cannot forgive such a thieving act.
That's explained on the page why Israel's a cube. I'm not sure if there's canon, because I remember looking it up one time and there's... Well, I'll look it up soon. I'll look at that page. Totally gonna get Germany ball? Really? To be fair, I kind of prefer the versions of Scandinavia and the world of different countries than Poland ball. Just because Poland ball like works between so many different, creators. But I like them both. Like all the ghetto memes, Black Twitter, really. And if I didn't help create them, then I know many people who did create those memes. Really? We're about to get a save point, so don't end on 5 minutes. Okay, got it, Mario. I won't end today until I get to the save point. That's a guarantee. The whole I want to kill myself. Yeah, depression memes, Black Twitter. I knew Black Twitter. Well, everybody knew Black Twitter was actually a bunch of white kids from the suburbs or something.
Relax. No one was hurt.
Also, thanks for letting me know, Mario, because otherwise I probably would have finished it right before the save point, like I always do.
I merely have connections that allow me to set foot outside.
But even so, you can't just escape from prison, pal. Arrest him! Arrest him!
That won't be necessary. Once my business is done, I shall return to my cell.
Are you trying to make fools of us? A prison isn't the kind of place you can just enter and leave at will.
The wolf may say that, but one can see that the wolf and his pack also share an interest in the tales of my past.
Agent Lan, Detective Gumshoe. There are still a few things I must ask Dogen. Please postpone matters until then. Wow, you really are knowledgeable about that, Sunken. That's really cool, actually. There's a pull and ball game? Really? Who's making it? What is it about? How can you make a game about that? Is it a meme game? Or like an actual legit game that takes itself seriously? I wonder.
Yes, sir. I knew you'd say that, Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn it all! But I'm not taking my eye off you for a second!
Write letters in Braille. Okay, that's the last one. Hold it! Excuse me, but you wrote your letters in Braille?
Indeed, for I possess the tools necessary to write in Braille.
Wow! So you need to use tools to write in Braille? I never knew.
Then, would you please tell us what you wrote?
Everything. Letters, of course, and also the movements of the chess pieces.
You wrote the movements of the chess pieces by hand. That statement is intriguing.
So then, how did your handmade dog piece move?
Okay, that question can wait. So then, what did you do when the letters stopped coming? Braille must be fun to write out. I love learning different codes like Morse or Basic. I don't know if physically writing it out will be such a pleasure. Seems like quite a hassle to like write it physically into a piece of paper or something. But I think knowing Braille is probably really cool. Same as knowing sign language.
Within the prison, I grew increasingly concerned about the acolytes' whereabouts.
Okay. But even so, I don't really get it. Who exactly is this acolyte?
Indeed, Dogen himself has not yet made that clear. What's important is the thread connecting Dogen and his acolyte, their correspondence. And not just the letters, we should pay attention to the means that was used as well. Interesting, okay. Then let me think about this. Okay, so the means. That definitely means the Braille, and he even said that something is odd about that helping us. So let's go over what we might have here. This isn't in Braille. Grand Tower, crime scene notes, monster movie flyer, combination log. No, I don't think so. The 150 America plushies? Damn. That's a lot of patriotism cheers. The Mozilla doll, commemorative photo. Luckily, sign language isn't needed as heavily in writing than the gesture itself. Really? I didn't know that. Security photo. Pass, blue truck, Jones practice video, mechanics gloves, I7, Porta Nightly. I know that she does say Certain connection between Knightley and Dogen. Dogen's chess partner, whose identity remained unknown until now, was actually Knightley all along. That is proof enough. Interrogated the warden's office, blah blah blah, laid to rest. It could be this, but I'm not sure that this is the right phrase to show that. Also, Knightley's mementos, a ring made from his father's memento, and a portable chessboard. Braille seems easy, you think? Oh, you're watching him. Oh, I see. Thought that was a hint. Sleeping drugs, SS5. I think the only things we have... Oh, there we go. Correspondence chess memo. Okay. So yeah, that's what I need. Because this is definitely not Braille, so yeah. Okay, I didn't notice that we had a new evidence piece added. Objection! I'm certain you said you wrote your letters in Braille.
Correct. The good prosecutor must know that I am lacking in sight, do you not?
The correspondence chess letter we found had been typed out using a word processor.
What? That cannot be.
Unless there was a larger connection. Could it be that Dogen was having correspondence with Knightley that was having correspondence with a mastermind? And it was all just a large chain? Interesting. Is audio and gameplay delayed? Are they? I'll try to refresh maybe, please. Paper question. And if there is a delay, I can't see it on my end. Does anyone else see that? But I'll try to do something about that if that's the case. What do you mean?
So, someone went out of their way to retype the letters on a computer?
Or do you mean there's just a delay, a large delay between like chat and me? Because that might happen sometimes, unfortunately. Could another person have acted as a middleman between Dogen and Knightley? Or maybe Knightley was the middleman.
What do you mean?
Dogen wrote his letters in Braille. However, by the time it reached Knightley, it had been rewritten on a word processor. Oh, it could also be that I'm just dropping frames sometimes. Paper question. I'm sorry, but I don't have the best connection here. It's just a geographical issue. We must assume that some middleman rewrote those letters.
The reverse can also be said. The same somebody might have taken letters Knightley wrote and redelivered them to Dogen.
Yes, that is indeed true. I think that Knightley was the middleman, actually. I wonder if they're going to prove me wrong. Knightley and Dogen both communicated through a certain individual. Dogen, were the letters that reached you?
They were in Braille, of course.
So, Knightley boy's letters must have been transposed by the same person as well.
Oh, then that somebody must be.
The mastermind behind the case. How can Knightley be the middleman with him? No, I think that Knightley is the middleman between the mastermind and Dogen. I think that that was the actual link. That's what I think right now. And the note that they found at Knightley's cell was actually him getting ready to send it to the mastermind, or him just receiving instructions for the mastermind and preparing to write them in Braille for Dogen. Also, if this, I'm gonna give this like another 10 minutes or so, but if it gets too late, I am gonna have to go, because again, I gotta work tomorrow, and I gotta sleep for that.
Not so fast! You saying there's someone else who's the mastermind behind this case? Then who the hell is it?
Oh, hey, SD. How's it going, dude? Happy New Year. It's been a while. Okay, fair enough, Paper. Dover's son, Knightley, is already deceased. In that case, there is one more youth that we should consider to be the mastermind.
You mean Dane Gustavia's son? But who the heck is he?
If Knightley's Dover's son, then Gustavia's son must be... What? Who said that? I don't remember who said that. I don't know what voice to do. Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families. Who said that? I remember the text. I don't remember who said that. It can't be. Could it? Could it really be him?
Mr. Edgeworth, what is it? You've gone all pale.
Was that although I think we're all more waiting for you to piece together Dane Gustavia's son is, and that's probably a fine place to cut. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Is it someone... I remember someone saying this. They both grew up together. They both didn't really have families. I'm trying to like run in my head all the characters we had in previous cases. Since unless it's one of the guys from the profile? I don't know. I figured it out. The identity of the mastermind who's been controlling this case from the shadows.
What? Who in the world is it?
I didn't want to believe it myself, but it is someone we know quite well. Oh, someone we know quite well. Who knows Knightley. So he's definitely in here. Who said that? It can't be the best himself. Shelley the killer. Could it be Simon? I'm trying to remember. Simon is also 24, as we know. He works in a circus, which, I don't know, well, it doesn't really mean anything. Was he doing an act? I can't remember who said that, but could it be? If I had to guess someone, I'd say Simon. Because Will Powers is also close in age, but he I don't know, he just doesn't strike me as the type. But Simon, though, we only met him in this game. The mastermind is... I'm gonna go on an limb here. Oh wow, that's a big chunk of health there. That's the only one I can think of. It can't be Shields. Can't be Ray. Everybody, and you know, I would have said maybe Sebastian to tie his fate with John Marsh's or something, with both of them being adopted, but I think this is the only one that seems right. Oh, hey, Strog. Happy New Year, dude. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Take that! The mastermind behind this case sent a letter to Jill Crane, which deceived Blaze. Furthermore, he kidnapped John and he eavesdropped on us. However, of all his actions... Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. No, I originally, before checking the ages, you weren't around here for that. I think you were AFK at that time, but I looked at everybody's ages, and I said I really wanted it to be Sebastian, but when I saw his age, I realized that it's not possible. He's only 17. However, of all his actions, the one I have not been able to get out of my mind is how he brought an unconscious Kay to the roof. Now I get it! Now I get it! All adds up! The giant monster. Yes, and that too, that also explains how she saw the giant monster through the window. I kept thinking to myself, like, how could that be? And that proves it. I kept thinking, like, could someone have rappelled down or something? Did someone climb somehow? So not, well, maybe not someone, but something.
Huh? Did you just say something?
That's right. The key to exposing the mastermind is in the monster's true form.
I almost forgot.
I love that this is the voice I gave to the mastermind too. It's so it's so great. This is great writing. This is so much
If you'd like, please come to our next show. I'll also be performing in it. The Berry Pig Circus is always fabulous and fun for all ages.
Miss Swift, there is something I would like to ask of you. Oh shit, what was her accent again? What? You mean me? You said that you recorded the sound of Mozilla spewing flames. Would this decisive evidence of yours be something you recorded in that tape recorder? That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. You're good at figuring things out, aren't you, hon? It's the sound of Mozilla spewing out fire. This place nearly became a sea of flames. That's right. I ain't actually seen it with my own eyes, though. Could you let us listen to the tape? Sure thing, sugar. Here we go. This sound, it's as I thought. So, it seems that my reasoning was correct. The true nature of the monster and the mastermind, all of my logic is coming together. Miss Hart, you said that you captured a giant eye on film, did you not? Sure did. Right here in this photo. But we cannot confirm it like this. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Lend us your film analysis device.
Okay, but what do you want to analyze, sir?
This photo, please.
I'm on it.
Is there a new clue in this photo? Okay, let's start by zooming. Well, we got that eye, but let's look at everything first. Don't see anything new here. It could be on the hand maybe too. Nothing here. It's probably the eye. Yeah, it seems like it's the eye. Yep. Eureka!
This is...
See? Ain't the Mozilla's eye right where I said it would be? Huh. I see. I finally grasped. The true form of the giant monster that was being controlled by the mastermind. G.
Giant monster?
It was a just sound, I couldn't guess it. Who's holding it? Hold it! Are you admitting it? You are, ain't you? You admit that the mighty Mozilla is real. Objection! No, this is not Mozilla. This is the eye of a different monster. Please have a look at this.
It's a flyer for the Berry Pig Circus? Ah! This is...
Precisely. There is a rather large balloon with the head of a lion pictured here. Yes! And it looks exactly like, the president's body double looks in the other photo. With him, Patricia, and Blaze. This balloon is the true identity of the giant monster. In addition, the sound Miss Swift recorded, which she believes to be Mozilla spewing flames. Hold it! Hold it. Mr. Prosecutor, don't tell me you're gonna say something that'll shatter my dreams of a scoop.
Oh, air balloons fly by using burners to heat the air. Right, sir?
Precisely. Detective, the mastermind used this monster of his to bring Kay to the rooftop of the Grand Tower without using the elevator. Oh, I thought it was the monkey, or a different animal, or a gorilla or something that carried her up there, but I guess a balloon is also cool. It works better. I was just excited about a monkey carrying Kay.
Wouldn't that mean that the mastermind is someone connected to the circus?
He's a member of the circus, Nightly's friend, and Gustavia's son.
That's right, now I remember. Because he was his friend. That's like the entire basis of why he was a suspect. And he said that they grew up together. Now I remember it.
Well, who'd have thunk it?
An apprentice beast tamer? He's no amateur. And before it was the before the monkey is the real mastermind. If they do that shit, I'm just done. For the beast he has tamed is none other than this entire case. Simon Keyes. He is the mastermind behind this whole incident.
Mr. Keyes was really behind it all? No way. I don't believe it. I mean, we trusted him. How could it all have been a lie? That's just heartbreaking.
Kay was holding it. What is it?
Hey, you! Stop! Where do you think you're going?
The boy with horns is rather perceptive. The good prosecutor has done a remarkable job.
And yeah, you're right, Drops, but to be fair, Gumshoe is a detective, so it makes sense that he would be that he would use that. And also, we've seen his gadgets in cases before in this game, so it's not like it pops out of nowhere.
Now that I have heard that, I have no further business here.
What? Wait, Dugan! Whoa, holy shit. Did Anubis just attack me?
Damn it! Where'd he vanish to?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. However,
That guy!
John,
That Dogan guy. He's the one who killed my dad, right?
there's no question more difficult to answer. However, there's no use in denying the truth. Yes, John, you are correct.
He'll pay for this. I swear he's gonna pay. I'll make him pay my sin.
Overruled. John, you mustn't finish that thought.
Well, he is a master assassin. He knows his shit. And I think that they said at one point that like no one hears him when he comes to kill them. So I guess no one hears him when he escapes either.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, please pay us no mind.
Sir, I put in an APB on Dogan. All available police units will be searching for him.
I bet that like in any moment he's gonna, by the next chapter they're gonna find out that he's back in prison. He's blind, so he got to. Yeah, that sounds like a fair trade, actually.
You heard the man, kid. I don't mean to be heartless, but we need to hurry, too. So, Mr. Prosecutor, where is the mastermind right now?
Agent Lang is right. Our top priority right now should be catching the mastermind. So Knight, Rook, Bishop, Queen, and King have been revealed. All the remains of the pawn. Are we the pawn? Or is he supposed to be is the mastermind the pawn? He said he would be practicing. He's most likely at the very big circus tent. But first, Agent Lang, I have a request.
A request? What is it?
Now that we've identified the giant monster, our next order of business is to capture it. The moment we arrive at the tent, I need you to locate that specific item post-haste. And Detective, I ask that you perform a follow-up investigation on the kidnapping incident.
Roger that, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, I want to help out too.
In that case, you'll be in charge of calling for backup. If he is truly the mastermind, we may require assistance from a certain someone. I met him so many times, yet his facade always fooled me into sympathy. I think I know who he's talking about. He may have got the better of me in the past, but this time, I'll settle it once and for all. I think I know who he's talking about. And to be continued. And finally, it's not in the middle of a stream. So yes, we're gonna save right now. And that's it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna rush to bed right away. Thank you everybody for watching. I had an amazing time in this stream. It was really, really great. Thank you everybody for helping me out and just being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it at least as much as I did. I'll be back tomorrow, same time as today, and we might even finish this game by tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. If not, then definitely by Friday. Oh no, wait. By Thursday. And by Friday, don't forget I have a special stream coming up, a special post Christmas event that I promised Moritha and I do. It's not going to be on Twitch. It's going to be hosted only on Safe to Heroes because it's actually a game that's been banned on Twitch. So yeah, I hope you guys will join around for that. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow, same time Tuesday, as I said. And, well, like I said, I gotta sleep, Nestor. I'm sorry. I gotta go to work. And, oh, my pleasure drops. So, there's, if you want to see my schedule, there's a European and North American version on my Twitch page. And if you haven't already, feel free to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Steam to get notifications when I start to stream so you don't miss it. And also follow me on Twitch and YouTube to watch past podcasts of this and other games. So that's it, guys. I can't believe it, but after like 6 months or so, at least a couple of months. This is almost the longest game I've streamed, I think. So we're reaching the end. We might finish it tomorrow or the day after. So I'm really, really excited about that. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of the week. And Marco.